Okay, hello first graders. Today we are going to be looking at lesson 3-7. They're going to be asking us to continue to make 10 to add. And we've been seeing that a lot in our yellow number talk spirals as well, where we make a 10 to add. That can really help us because our brains love adding with tens. We're going to find that today on page 191. So if you can go ahead and grab your book. Open to page 191. I'm going to share my workspace with you. Okay. And here, lesson 3-7, I see Marta on this page. She has her workspace here. 191 is the page number. There it is, 191. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and read the story that Marta is sharing. She says, how can you make 10 to solve the addition fact 8 plus 5? Show your work and explain. Okay, so we know a couple of things. We know that she's asking us to make a 10, and we know we need to solve for 8 plus 5. All right, so one way that we've been doing that in our math spiral is by using 10 frames, and we've worked on that quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and start by modeling that way. So I'm going to go ahead and make my 10 frames here. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And then I'm going to add another one below. 2, 3, 4, and I cut it in half. Perfect. Okay, so now I know that my equation that I need to solve for is 8 plus 5. So I'm going to start with open counters, and I'm going to represent 8 with my open counters. That's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, wonderful. I've gotten my 8 counters, and now to that I need to add 5. So I'm going to go ahead and make 5 closed counters next. That's going to look like this. 1, 2, and you can do this along in your book as well. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so the question that I ask myself next is, was I able to make a 10? And I was. My whole 10 frame is filled up, which automatically tells me, oh, I made a 10. So another way of thinking about 8 plus 5 is to think 10 plus, I have 3 additional ones, right? 10 plus 3 is another way to think about it. And our brains, of course, really like adding with tens, right? 10 plus 3 gives us a sum of 13. Okay, which tells me that 8 plus 5, I'll write that down below, because I had 8 open counters plus 5 closed counters gives me a sum of 13. Okay, all right, so that is one way to make a 10 when we add. Marta is going to show us another way on the next page. So if you need more time with this, go ahead and pause the video. I'm going to go ahead and open this next page, and you can do the same. You're ready. Okay, so here we are, and you can probably already see that Marta is going to be using a number line instead of a 10 frame, right? Because she has her number line here. So let's read step by step what she does. The directions say, make 10 to help you add. So our original equation is 9 plus 7 equals something. And Marta shares with us 9 is really close to 10. How can that help me to find 9 plus 7? All right, well, she's going to show us a strategy using this number line. She says, think about the problem on a number line to help you make a 10. So I know 9 plus 7, I'm going to start with 9, right? So here she starts with 9, and I know I have to make 7 jumps. Okay, again, Marta sees that 9 is really close to 10. So she takes 1 jump to begin with. See here, 1 plus 1. And that takes her to 10. Now she's taken care of one jump, but altogether she knows she needs to have 7 jumps. Okay, so once she makes the 10, she's going to go ahead and take the rest of the jumps all together. Okay, so if she's already taken one, she needs 6 more to jump a total of 7. Okay, so when she jumps 6, you can see she started at 10, she jumps plus 6, she lands at 16. Okay, all right, so if we look at that last box, it tells us you can think about 9 plus 7 as 9 plus 1 plus 6 because 7 equals 1 plus 6. So 9 plus 7 equals 16. Okay? All right, so that's kind of an overview of what we're going to be doing in this lesson today. Let's go ahead and get some more practice with our guided practice section. The directions say, make 10, find the sum. Use the number line to help you. Okay, so here's our number line. We're going to look at number 1. And I'm going to be, hopefully I just had, yeah, I'm going to be using a pencil to jump on my number line in case I need to do some erasing as I go. Okay, so my equation that they're giving me is 8 plus 6. That's what I need to solve for. I know the first thing I want to do is make a 10. So watch what I do. I'm going to start my first add-in. I'm going to start at 8. Okay. And I want to get to 10. How many do I need to jump to get to 10? Let's see. 1, 2. Right? I did plus 1 here and plus 1 here. So I had to take 1, 2 jumps to get to 10. I'm going to go ahead and star that 10. Kind of help me visually to see where I want to land. So I have 8, there's my original add-in, plus 2, because that's how many jumps I had to take to get to 10, equals 10. All right. But I know that my second add-in wasn't just 2, it was 6. So how many more jumps do I need to jump to get 6 jumps altogether? I have 2 here, and then let's see how many more I need. 3, I'm going to count on from there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that gave me 6 altogether. How many more jumps did I need to add? 1 jump, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 4 altogether. I had to take another 4 jumps to make sure I had 6 jumps altogether. And when I did that last jump, I landed at 14, right? So you can see that second equation shows what we just did there. I already made a 10, so I put 10 plus, I had to jump another 4 equals, I landed at 14, right? Okay, so that is just another way of thinking of 8 plus 6. So 8 plus 6 equals 14. Okay, and we can review with this number line. I started at 8. I jumped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I landed at 14. 8 plus 6 equals 14. Okay, all right, guys. Let's go ahead and look at our independent practice. And we're going to go ahead and do another example just to kind of help us out with this part. So the independent practice asks us to make a 10 to find the sum. Use a number line to help you. Okay, so here's our number line. Again, I'm going to be using a pencil in case I have to erase. I can see I have, quite a few problems here that I'm going to be solving for, so I want to make sure that I can erase. So my original addition problem that they give me to solve is 7 plus 8. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start at 7. So you can do this too with your pencil, circle 7. Okay, and the first thing I want to do is make a 10. So how many do I need to jump? Go ahead and star my 10. How many do I need to jump to get to 10? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I had to take 3 jumps. So 7 plus 3 equals 10. Okay, so now I've taken 3 jumps, but I know altogether they asked me to take 8 jumps, right? They asked me to take 8 jumps. So I'm going to start here. I know I've already jumped 3. So I'm going to count on from 3 until I get to 8, and then I'm going to stop. It's going to look and sound like this. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, where did I land? I landed at 15, right? And how many more jumps from that 10 did I have to take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more jumps. Okay, 10 plus 5 equals 15. Okay, so another way of thinking about what we just did is 7 plus 8, which is going to equal 15. Let's double check. I started at 7. I should have jumped 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I sure did. And I landed at 15. Okay? All right. Let's take a look at number 3. I'm going to go ahead and just give a quick erase to what I've done. You know what I'm not going to erase is my star, because I still want to keep that 10 really clear in my space. Okay, so number 3 is 4 plus 9. That's my original equation. So I'm going to start at 4, and I'm going to see how many jumps I need to make to get to 10. So let's do that together. We'll circle 4. I want to get to 10. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I had to take 6 jumps to get to 10. So 4 plus 6 equals 10. All right, so I've taken care of 6 jumps, but I know I need to have 9 jumps altogether. So I'm going to start at 6, and I'm going to count on in jumps until I get to 9. Okay, so here we go. We're going to put 6 in our head like this. 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. How many more jumps did I need to take? Let's see. This was my 10. I had to jump from there. 1, 2, 3. I had to take 3 more jumps. 10 plus 3. And where did I land? I always like to put a box around where I landed. I landed at 13. So this is another way of thinking about 4 plus 9, right? 4 plus 9 shows me I started at 4. I took 9 jumps, and then I landed at 13. So 13 would be the sum. Okay? All right, boys and girls. So this is just more practice with making a 10. And instead of using what we have been using, which is our 10 frames, instead of using that strategy, they just show you a different strategy to make a 10, which is using a number line. Okay, so I would like you to try today numbers 4, 5, and 6 on your own. You can use this number line. Again, it's nice to use a pencil if you can. That way you can erase easily as you go. Let's go ahead and take a look at the last one together before we go. This is Number Sense. I'm going to read the story and you can follow along. It says, John adds 8 plus 5. First, he adds 8 plus 2 to make 10. What should he do next? Okay, so his original problem is 8 plus 5, right? Let me go ahead and write that first. That's our original problem. Okay, so far, his first step that he decided to do was to, instead of adding all 5, he added 8 plus 2. He broke apart the 5 into 2, and then what would his other number be? 3, because 2 plus 3 is 5, right? So if he's already added 2 to make a 10, because 8 plus 2 is 10, how much more would he need to add? Okay, he would need to add 3 more, right? So the question asks, what should he do next? We're going to say what does he need to do? Needs to add 3 more. That's what he needs to do next, okay? Because he needs 8 plus 5 altogether. He started with 8 plus 2 and got to 10. He would need to add 3 more to add all 5 to that 8. Okay, oh, and I forgot my period. There we go. Now I have my capital and my period. Okay, all right, boys and girls. So as you go through this can be a little bit tricky for some of our friends. If you're finding that it's tricky for you, please reach out to me either through Google Classroom, or you can email me or have mom or dad email me, a grown up at home, and then we can talk about it more, or you can even just bring it to your Google Meet and we can talk about it after our regular meet. Okay, guys? All right. Other than that, I hope you have a great day and I will see you very soon. Okay, bye.